Good afternoon. I try to get rid of the last live. Unfortunately, the live I planned oh dear, the live I planned seems to have gone out the window. So the live I planned didn't go ahead because it decided to look for. It decided it would go and look for software. Oh, hate it when it does that. And also, it decided to put me on a different account, which is really annoying. So let's just try and quickly right-click, go live and manage. I can get rid of all of those. And hopefully, well, I would get rid of them if it would let me. One last try to get rid of them. Yeah. You know something, I think I'd swear. One last chance. That one, more actions, delete forever, thank you. I understand. Go away, delete. Right, we shall now continue with the 3 o'clock games. We've just seen a very interesting game. Leicester City there winning. If I just get rid of that, I don't want to watch that anymore. Of course, we have that on video. So we get rid of that and we will go into the Sky Sports app and we shall now have a look through today's games as they appear. We've just seen Leicester City 2, West Brom 1. We have Cardiff up first. Let's go to the side here. I do like it when it fine. So Leicester City, we have just won. So we've got Cardiff versus Southampton. Cardiff, we have Horvath at back. We have the back four of Romeo, Wefer, Othau, Romeo, Phillips, Gutas, and Tanner. We have in midfield Turnbull, Rolls, Colville, Siopis, and Ashford. So not much change there. And Maite up front. Southampton, we have McCarthy in the goal. We have Walker Peters, Harwood Bellis, Bednarek, and Manning at the back. Oof, yeah, good back line. Midfield of Anbo, Smallbone, and Armstrong. And up front, we have Brooks, Adams, and Armstrong. So that's quite a decent Southampton side there. Looking very, very strong. Certainly the stronger of the two. Huddersfield, we have Nichols. Even the glasses. Nichols, Pearson, Hellick, Lees, and Spencer at the back. We have in midfield Thomas, Matos, Rudoni, Kasumu, Karoma, and then up front Bergzorg. Swansea, Rushford at the back. Key, Cabango, Darling, and Timon. And then midfield, Ronald, Fulton, Cooper, Grimes, Patterson, and Liam Cullen up front. So, okay, I think that's quite even, I would say, that one. Norwich versus Bristol City. We have Norwich with Gunn at the back. We have Stacey, Duffy, Gibson, and McCallum. Okay. Midfield, Sarah, Nunes, Barnes, McLean, and Saints. You can see where their strength is. It's right across the middle. And you have Josh Sargent up front. That's why I'm not too keen on their. I don't think their defence is that brilliant. Bristol City, O'Leary with Tanner, Roberts, and Dickey at the back. McCrory, Williams, Knight, and Pring in midfield. They're going to find it very difficult to control midfield with that. Three up front: Sykes, Conway, and Twine. Unless they pull back and help midfield to push that forward, may not be such a. As long as Sykes and Twine pull back to make it 6 in midfield, perhaps. But at the minute, let's see how that one works. We have Rotherham versus Birmingham. Rotherham, Johansson, the greatest goalie on earth. In defence, we have Kioso, Peltier, Humphreys, and Revan. We have midfield of Rathbone, Rinamoto, and Cafu. And number 10 of Adolfin. And Hugill and Nombe up front. Oh, right, okay. Wow, that is I'm just looking in amazement. That's an interesting. Who's got on bench? Phillips, Appiah, Grant Hall, Cohen Baramel, Ben Hatton, Tom Eves, and Sariki. Right, okay. Birmingham, we have Ruddy with Laird, Bellick, Sanderson, and Buchanan at the back. Midfielder Burke, Sung Ho, Roberts, Sunick, and Anderson, and Jay Stansfield up front. Let's see. Stoke City versus Plymouth. We have Stoke City with Iverson, and at the back we have Hoover, McNally, Wilmot, and Stevens. Midfield of Mano, Kundal, Laurent, Thompson, and Yun Ho, and up front Tyrese Campbell. Plymouth, we have Cooper. At the back we have Julia, Dan Scarr, and Brendan Galloway. Midfield, Edwards, Randall, Forshaw, and Mumba. Up front, we have Whittaker, Hardy, and Bundu. That's going to be an interesting one, that one. That's going to be an interesting one. Still think, Plymouth could quite easily win that one. Sunderland versus Millwall. One of the more even games, this one. Patterson at the back for Sunderland with Ballard, Alice 09 at the back. Midfield, Pembele, Ekwa, Bellingham, and Styles. Up front, Rigg, Dack, and Clark. Millwall, Sarkic at the back with a 4-4-2 in front of him. Leonard, Tangana, Cooper, and McNamara. And then Longman, Knorr, Saville, and Honeyman, fronted by Fleming and Ogbafemi. Quite even. I probably think the Millwall side may be slightly stronger on that one. Watford versus Hull. Another difficult one to predict. Hull City will be wanting to keep their hopes alive, I think. Watford have Buchanan at the back, Backman at the back. Porthouse, Serialta, Hote, and Lewis. And then in midfield, Andrews, Kayembe, Asprilla, Cohn, and Dennis. And then Bayo up front. Hull City, Alsop at the back. Slater, Jones, Greaves, and Jacob. Midfield, Amour, Morton, Seri, and Philogene. And up front, Tufan and Cavallo. If anything, that attack and the sort of midfield play, I think, could quite work there. And lastly, QPR versus Preston. Oh, no, that's not on yet. 5:15, so no, they've not released that one. So we shall be going through the scores as they come through. And hopefully we'll be able to work out where we're going to see the first of the goals. We have Luton versus Brentford, Sheffield United versus Burnley, and tonight we have Wolves Arsenal. The important games here would be probably the Luton game. Sheffield United, Burnley, yeah, quite important, but I think that's really a battle of the bottom, isn't it? Quick look at League One. Northampton 0, Exeter 1 at half-time. Blackpool, Barnsley. Important game for both of them. Bolton, Port Vale, top against bottom. Very good. That's going to be I think Port Vale have been doing quite well, so that's going to be interesting. I just take the chat back in there. Bristol Rovers versus Peterborough. You'd expect Peterborough to be coming out ahead there. Burton Reading. Cambridge Derby. Derby are away from home, and Cambridge can put a spanner in the works. They are known for doing that. So we shall see what happens there. Carlisle versus Wickham. Charlton, Shrewsbury, Cheltenham, Lincoln, Leyton Orient versus Fleetwood, and finally Portsmouth celebrating their championship return against Wigan. So we have a fair few good games going on there. In the Championship, I would expect. It's very difficult in the Championship. I might sadly say I think that Southampton might score first. I think Southampton may score first in the Championship. In the Premier League, I don't think it's going to be a very quick scoring game in either of those games. If I had to put money on it, I'd say Sheffield United have been more upbeat of late, and I think that they've almost got that air of that Rotherham's got. I mean, we're going down. Doesn't matter. We're just going to play as hearts out. I'm going to go Sheffield United. And in general, we've seen a lot from League One and League Two. A lot of goals coming in there quite quickly. Wrexham won this morning, so that's that. I'm gonna. It's very, very difficult. I'm going to go Peterborough against Peterborough to score first out of everybody against Bristol Rovers. So let's see what happens, guys. We are 7 minutes away from the start. As you know, that's my side getting relegated today. Well, already relegated. And just try and log in so that we can get any little extra videos that they put out. So on here at the minute we have the Luton game, the Sheffield United game. Home teams. Let's have a look at the home teams. Cardiff are 9-1 to win against Southampton. Huddersfield are almost evens against Swansea. That's interesting. Norwich are 4-6 on against Bristol City. Rotherham are 4-1 against Birmingham. Stoke City are 7-10 on against Plymouth. That's a surprise to me, actually. 4-1 against Plymouth. That would be quite a good bet. Sunderland are almost evens against Millwall, and Watford are roughly 2-1 against Hull. So everything's looking quite So my little bet there, a little bet again on my side. So some pretty good odds there. I think probably the most interesting one there is that they believe, like me, that Huddersfield are quite likely to win against an on the beach Swansea. The interesting one that I've got there is 4-1 against Plymouth, which Plymouth I would be thinking could quite easily beat Stoke City. I'm sort of, quite a good set there. Let's have a look in the into League One. Blackpool are home to Barnsley, 21-20, so roughly evens. Any more important ones? Derby are away at Cambridge, and they're 2-1 on to win against Cambridge. Exeter at half time. They've got a red card. They're 1-0 up. Portsmouth are at home against Wigan, and they're 4-6 on to win. So they've already let out the information on the internet to say no trespassing on the grass at the end of today's game. I think it's their last home game. They don't want it ruining. There are other. I think there are sort of the women's team and reserves and under 19s that still have to play on it, so they don't want it treading up. Let's have a look in League Two just to see if there's anything playing off yet. Sometimes we get one or two that's a little bit quick. Notts County are at home to Colchester. Harrogate versus Milton Keynes. Doncaster versus Barrow. That's a top of the table clash. Sutton at home to Crawley. Tranmere versus AFC Wimbledon, the real Dons. So let us see what happens. If anybody was on here, you could always give me an idea of who do you think's going to be the first scorer. Let us see. And we have 3 minutes left. We have everything set up. Leicester City's finished. That's tonight. They are. There's the FA Cup. The FA Cup. We've got the FA Cup going on, haven't we? So at the FA Cup, we've got Manchester City tonight, 5:15 against Chelsea. And we shall just wait for the start, and we shall get back when the games begin. Give me a second, I'll be back. La, 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 la. Hi.
Listen, watch this coconut here on the promissory. This is wet, this bit here, all right? This bit here, John, yeah? This is wet and that's wet, all right? Yeah. I'll see you in the morning, John. It's just, the pickle you were wailing in it, you get all that tape out, and you get all that rub down up there. There's a lot of gloves on that. Can I ask you a question? Who's done that paper?
That paper.
Oh, was it? I was gonna say, you ever done it? Fucking shot. Really close, man. It overlaps the wood work and everything. Overlaps it.
I couldn't do that here.
You don't do that sort of thing.
I don't do heights.
No, I don't do heights myself, but I mean, there's not height.
I said to her, I'll paint it, but that's about all I'm going to do.
I mean, to me, that's not height. That's not height for me, but I mean, I couldn't go on the roof of this house. I couldn't, honestly, I couldn't even go above the window, the bedroom windows. I couldn't even go that far. I would freak out. That's why I joined the infantry and not the fucking Harris, you know? But there was that party for him. We made a party there, right? He said to me that he's scared of heights as well. But he done a parachute jump. Wait, how can you do that if you're scared of heights?
No, I don't think so, no.
I said that I wouldn't be doing it for this. I said, God, one of those before you give us wings, you know what I mean? Perfectly good plane, you nuts. Right, John, I'll see you in the morning, man. 7 o'clock. Be on parade at 7.
See you.
See you there, buddy. Be safe, yeah?
Yeah, you as well. So we start. Let's okay, let's go. Let's go. Who's gonna be the first in? Who's gonna be the first in? We should have had one already. Let's have a look. And oh God, we got a ping from my side. That's not a goal. Right, so Luton 0, Brentford 0, not playing. Sheffield United 0, Burnley 0, that's on the go. Cardiff 0, Southampton 0, that's on the go. Huddersfield 0, Swansea 0, that's on the go. Norwich 0, Bristol City 0, that's on the go. Rotherham 0, Birmingham 0, that's on the go. Stoke and Plymouth on the go, 0-0. Sunderland, Millwall on the go, 0-0. And Watford Hull not yet started. Quickly go through League One, and there's several teams there already on the go. Obviously, Northampton 0, Exeter 10-man. Exeter 1 is a half-time result from an earlier kickoff. And if we go to League 2, several of those have started. There's no goals there. It's Aberdeen 2, Celtic 3, extra time being played, 111 minutes. So it looks like Celtic are going to take that one. I don't want to go. Oh, that's the extra one. I nearly got caught out there. So here we go, guys. Here we go. So let's see what we've got. Well, we've got Luton versus Brentford. Luton versus Brentford are interesting game there. We try to go in. We can go into that one. We can have a look at the tables. as you can imagine. Brentford, 14th place, 33 points, just hovering safe enough out of the relegation zone, which is topped by Luton Town by all means on 26. 8 goal differences away from Forest on the same points after their points deduction. We also have Sheffield United versus Burnley, 3 minutes played, or 4 minutes played now. Sheffield United are currently on 17 points on the bottom. They're playing Burnley, who are just above them on 21. They would have to win that, and they would still be on bottom. Yeah, I mean, for 33 games, they've got another 5 games to go. But realistically, 1 win, 2 wins, they'd probably get out of that. They're really dead and buried. As much of a cert as Rotherham. No goals yet in the Championship. Keep having a quick flick just to see what's happening. No goals in League One. Come on, who's going to be the first? Who's going to? It's going to be a League Two side, isn't it? No goals in League Two. We're already sort of 5 minutes in, nearly 5 minutes in League Two. 4 minutes 27 at Harrogate. How many is it at that one? 3 minutes at Luton. 4 minutes 35 at Grimsby. I keep coming back to the Exeter game, but of course they started earlier. Keep telling myself not to keep looking at it, but it's very difficult when you flick through and you see the game. Shall we go into one of the games? Let's go into one of the games. Just check the Premiership. We're going to Cardiff versus Southampton. This is one of the ones I thought might turn up with the first goal, to be honest, because Southampton are doing quite well. And although I'm a Rotherham fan living in Portsmouth, so obviously I'm thinking I would like to see the likes of Cardiff win that. I can't really see it happening. And I think at 3-1 on, the odds tell you everything. Just trying to get the app to let me into the game in the first place. Getting annoying now. I shall go into that one here instead. So Cardiff versus Southampton. As Che Adams attacks for Southampton, cut out by Harvard. Gukas to Gutas to Rals to Colville. Phillips, they're playing it just behind the halfway line. Cardiff trying to push as high as they dare push. Seopis, Phillips, they're not doing too bad. They're playing it the right way, I think. Dangerous attacks won by Southampton. 70% to Southampton on possession, 30% to Cardiff. But nothing. It's all been played in midfield by the. If you look at the stats, yeah, that's agreeing with that one. Next one is Huddersfield. So if we go for the Huddersfield versus Swansea game, and it's Huddersfield that have the ball on the right-hand side with Matty Pearson. Huddersfield roughly even Stevens on the odds by the bookies as they start to attack through Matos. Pushes it forward, but Cabango stops it and passes it forward to Cooper. It's 78% possession to Swansea, which is what we would expect. They're very much a side that sit back, catch you on the break. They learnt that from the good old Warnock, and it's always worked for them, and that's what they carried on with. 3 shots at the minute to Swansea, none of them on target. 7 attacks from that. 2 attacks for Huddersfield, but none of them gave a shot. So it's still in the early days, but Swansea are in the ascendancy. But like I say, I would expect that. So at the minute, Swansea looking like they very well may be the first to score, but in the league. But go to Norwich versus Bristol City. There's Bristol City kicking out for a Norwich throw-in on the halfway line, and it's 56% possession to Norwich, 44 to Bristol City. 3 dangerous attacks by Norwich, 5 by Bristol City. 1 shot, and that's gone to Norwich, and it was off target. As Roberts has it in the Bristol City defence, and nothing seems to be happening very much there. So that one seems to be going quite steadily. And we've got no odds on the Rotherham. What's happened there? Let's see what's happened. Corner for Rotherham. 2 corners for Rotherham. And they took the odds away. That was interesting. Now come back 15-4 for Rotherham. So we've gone from 5-1 to 4 3/4 to 1 for Rotherham. The only attempt has been by Tyler Roberts for Birmingham City. And we look at the percentages: 59% play for Rotherham, 41 to Birmingham. 7 attacks by Rotherham, 3 by Birmingham. Birmingham's 3 attacks have ended in 1 shot off target. Rotherham's 7, none on target. No shots. 2 corners to Rotherham in quick succession. At the minute, it seems to be quite a tussle as to who's going to get a hold of the game. Nobody seems to have got hold of that game yet and really sort of ready to pin down the opposition. Let's see if we have any. Oh, we have a goal. It's Burton 1. We will put this on because it's one that we did say the first goal, didn't we? So Reading 0. Stockport County 1, Accrington 0, and Walsall 1, Bradford 0. So that's an interesting one, the Bradford one. Won't be putting anything from League 2 on here. I will put anything from League 1 that is of importance. As the odds are being taken away at Watford Hull, let's have a look at Watford Hull. Hull are on the attack with Azan Tufan. Azan Tufan in the middle, right down the centre there. So if we go to Watford Hull, a foul by Philogene Hull. So Hull City's Philogene. Tufan must have lost the ball, and then Philogene's gone in and given the foul away. Oh, penalty to Hull. So it didn't matter much about the foul because 2 minutes later, and it's a penalty to Hull. We will wait and see whether that goes in. Excuse the cough. I had meningitis when I was 40, so it really shot my lungs up. So I do apologise. Pisses me off as well as you do, as well as it does you, as well as you do. Sorry, as well as it does you. So penalty to Hull. We'll wait and see whether it's a goal. I'm going to actually type it in. Oh, and it's a penalty missed. Missed penalty for Hull. So that's Cavallo dived in the area apparently, and we said I said this might happen. It's Cardiff 0, Southampton 1. So Southampton now. It's still not come back with the odds. We will just double check on that in a minute. And it has now come back with the odds. So yeah, it is now Southampton 1-0 up. So the first one in the Championship was Southampton. We have another goal in League One. And Barnsley just seemed to let goals in too early on, really, really regularly. And how the hell that's happened? We've actually got 2 in one game. And it's Burton 2, Reading 0. Wow. And we have another one. Oh my God, this is going well down there. Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 0. Any in League 2? Stockport are winning Accrington 1-0. Walsall are winning Bradford 1-0. We knew about those. The Exeter one is still the same, 1-0 to Exeter. How far did we get? We got as far as Stoke City versus Plymouth. Let's go for the Stoke City versus Plymouth. As Plymouth Whittaker takes a shot. Ricocheted away, possibly for a corner there. Yep, corner. So Plymouth have had 1 shot, none on target. Stoke have had 3 shots, none on target. Dangerous attacks, 9 to Stoke, 1 to Plymouth. Exactly 50% play each. The XG is interesting. It's 0.13 to Stoke, 0.02 to Plymouth. So Plymouth are shooting, but they're not quite getting that all-important final ball as good as what they should be. It looks quite even. I think Plymouth have more to prove there than Stoke City, and are actually starting to just tentatively get into that attacking area, but not having that final ball. If they get that final ball, then I think they can certainly turn the screw a little bit on that one. Sunderland versus Millwall. Just refresh that. It doesn't like me going into them too often. Sunderland versus Millwall. It's 80% possession to Sunderland and 20 to Millwall. Yep, same on here. 1 corner to Sunderland, 1 shot, and it was on target for Sunderland, giving them an XG of 0.05. 1 shot for Millwall, XG of 0. Dangerous attacks, 5 to Sunderland, 2 to Millwall. I thought there might be a draw. At the minute, it looks more likely to be Sunderland. However, 1 shot each. Who knows? Could be either way. It's just over 2-1 against Millwall. So they're still thinking that it's more likely to be a Sunderland win. I go back to the Watford-Hull, the missed penalty there by Hull City. So what's that done to the stats? Hull City have 55% of play. Watford, 45. 1 shot by Watford, not on target. No shots for Hull. So obviously the penalties don't count. So we can actually come and we can actually play that one. Luton, Sheffield. We can actually play that. We'll play that one off. So that's going to be what we listen to.
Actually, heads that off target, did not buy your
So we're listening to Hull City play against Watford away. Watford Hull 0-0.
Tufan is obviously by far the best chance. Now ball
So we go. Do you want to go for one of the Premier games? We'll go for one of the Premier. We'll go Sheffield United versus Burnley. As Brig loses it for Sheffield United, gives it to Burnley, has a shot, but it goes tamely to the Sheffield United goalkeeper.
In the middle of the park for Watford. Watford out, trying to play it out from the back with the
Sheffield United with goal kick.
Kayembe on the overlap to Lewis. Good play by Watford. 2-3
Well, we got 59% possession.
And it falls into it's a shot. Oh, it just goes well wide.
59% possession to Burnley. 41% Sheffield United. However, it's 4 shots for Sheffield United. 5 shots from now for Sheffield United. 3 on target, an XG of 1.13. Apparently, they should have scored. So that's all Sheffield United, although Burnley are keeping the ball more, but they're not actually doing much with it. So it's still Blackpool 1, Barnsley 0. Get back to my soccer.
Championship, so Leicester 2, West Bromwich Albion 1 was the game earlier today. Fantastic win for Leicester City, which almost seals their promotion.
Bolton 0, Port Vale 0.
They can at least lose one of the last 3 games.
Bristol 0, Peterborough 0. Burton 2, Reading 0. Cambridge Derby 0-0. Carlisle.
Kayembe now. Out on the left-hand side, Lewis
got one there. We'll put that one on. Why not? Carlisle 0.
With first defender.
Only because it's Wickham 1.
Watford,
Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 0. Leighton Orient 0-0 with Fleetwood. It's 56 minutes now. Northampton 0, Exeter 1. One man. 1 red card for Exeter. After 18 minutes, it's Portsmouth 0, Wigan 0. It's actually Stockport 1, Accrington 1. Walsall 2, Bradford 0. Mansfield 0, Gillingham 1. I don't know what that one is.
Yes, a really clever play by Tufan. I think he might have been offside.
Grimsby 0, Swindon 0.
Leaves the ball for Phil Hogan, and a really good counter attack corner kick now.
So here we go.
It's a decent match of.
We have still.
So no goal to the Premier League. Luton, Brentford, Sheffield United, Burnley. So the bottom of the.
Let's have a look at the Plymouth game. The Plymouth game is now starting to heat up, I think. Stoke City are still odds on to win.
From the left-hand side, and it's going to be taken.
Rotherham United's odds have gone from 5-1 against to 4-1 against.
Puts the ball into the box.
As Bellick is halfway in the middle of his own area.
On the counter, this could be a chance for Watford. That beautiful played out for Connor back towards outside the penalty. It could be a shot on target for Cavalli. Sorry, it's Bayo tries to put a shot in there, and it's a really good chance there. It's actually Lewis on the
come back with that one.
The counter attack there, and Bayo tries to put a shot inside the box.
So Luton 0, Brentford 0, Sheffield United 0, Burnley 0.
So really good chance for Watford on the counter attack. It's really a game which is really alive now.
Burton scored those 2. Let's see when they got scored. 5 minutes by Mason Bennett and 11 minutes by Mustafa
Their own half now.
Carayol.
With Jacob on the left-hand side. It finds
So
Reeves.
5 and 11 minutes.
Jacob. So Hull City now with their little
Carlisle
inside their own
0,
half.
Wickham 1.
On the right-hand side for back towards the goalkeeper also. Tonight's just clever, maybe.
Still the only goal in the Championship is Cardiff 0, Southampton 1.
Inside their own half.
Oh,
Back by Watford just
go back to that one.
just waiting with the press, find maybe one loose pass and then put the press on. Now the ball goes into the middle of the park towards Seri. Seri managed to play it back to the goalkeeper. Out on the right hand side now towards Slater.
I'm busily going around trying to find.
Ball, behind, through, trying to put the ball into the middle of the park. And it's cleared away.
All we've got is there's a delay in the game at Rotherham. Delay in match. Don't know what it's for.
Right, it's actually Slater on the right hand side, puts the ball into the box. And it's
love to know what that's for.
Not a convincing challenge there by Watford.
There's no explanation as to why. We had two corners. One quickly after for Rotherham,
Morton's going to take that,
and then all of a sudden it was a delay in the match.
Tyler Morton, 21-year-old.
Don't know why.
Swinging in towards the 6-yard box, headed towards goal, and is it the back heel just in front of goal by Tufan? What a chance! It's offside anyway against Tufan, but it's headed down towards the post. Tufan is there to. I can't really guide it. It's back to the goal. Can't guide it towards goal, and it's still.
Let's see if we can find.
Watford nil, Hull nil. But the corner kick is actually not offside. Corner kick, the third for Watford. And now, ball in towards the middle of the park.
So I'm going to quickly go back to Rotherham's website.
Watford can come on the counter now. Watford,
and we're going to see whether we can find anything of what's happened.
Beautiful ball.
Because it's still.
Bayo in towards Lewis. Lewis into the middle of the park. Give me a shot on target. It's cleared away just last minute. And it's
something
really
has happened.
Dangerous play by Watford. They're really good on the counter now. Watford with the possession inside their own half. And,
there's no.
It's still Watford nil. Hull City nil. But Watford now in attack on the right hand side. Really
so that's a little bit worrying now.
Serialta picking it up in the middle of the park. Square towards
12 players from both sides have been taken into the dressing room as the medical teams respond to the emergency.
Hull City and.
A temporary pause in play appears to be a medical emergency in the crowd. So Rotherham United's game is now on hold.
Ball in their own half, but it's
we'll put
really
that on there.
open game this, so it's absolutely everything to play for this, and it's still Hull City, Watford nil, Hull City nil. Ball out on the left.
So the Rotherham is now stopped as Sunderland is now 0-0 with Millwall.
Just outside the penalty, but it's offside.
9 attacking.
Watford nil, Hull City nil. Really decent game of. It's a decent game of football. This.
He's right on the edge of the. He's right on the right hand side by the line there. Stats are still 71%.
The other teams at the bottom of the table, Brentford 71% secure their status
possession to Sunderland. I'm just listening to what he's just said.
Championship still, no other goals, but
it's now.
News of Rotherham Birmingham's been interrupted.
Luton nil.
There, but hopefully nothing bad have happened. But now Philogen on the left hand side runs into traffic, goes on
Brentford
towards the area, gets overruns the ball, just runs into traffic, and he falls.
Unfortunately, one of the crowds had a medical emergency at Rotherham, so that's going to be stopped for a while.
Inside their own half, with Portiers at the moment, just plays it out over the top. Out on the right hand side, it's a poor play.
Still
and it's good to have good play on the
Carlisle,
right hand side.
nil, Wickham 1.
You can find Conan.
We have got a goal in League One.
Into the box, and then back
It's
now in the middle
Charlton
of the park for Andrews.
nil.
Andrews to Kayembe. One back by
Shrews 1.
But just
Shrews 1.
intermittently, and now Lewis tries to put it
Oh,
into the box.
poor old Portsmouth.
But Lewis gets the ball back on the left-hand side for Watford.
Portsmouth
It's,
0.
Really good game of football. This a really open
Wigan
game.
1.
Teams going for goals.
Their last game at home is going to be spoiled by Wigan.
Towards
Well, It looks like at the minute.
Finds Connor in the central position. Now square ball towards Lewis. Lewis just outside the penalty. Slides the ball into the mixer. Kayembe back towards Asprilla. 3 players waiting in the middle for a cross. It just takes a bit of time. That a step over and the ball into the mixer. Headed out just from the line and out again from Hull City. Not convincingly.
It looks like Rotherham's being cancelled.
Philogan gets the ball down by his own corner flag and it just
Rotherham being cancelled?
Almost out of play, but it's a good clearance actually. And Tufan.
The actual game has been taken off the
taken off. Win the ball the next phase of play, and Watford carry on.
That's not very good. That means that somebody's possibly died.
More on,
if it has, if someone's died at the game, my condolences to the family.
Established player now. Referee Ben Toner is giving a free kick to Bayo. Striker
Really is.
of Watford.
As we go, Luton 0, Brentford 1.
Look at the Watford lineup. Back on Bayo.
Let's go to Sheffield United game. Why not?
Number 10 role is very deep.
6 shots, 3 on target by Sheffield United. 1.24 on an XG against Burnley of 0.28. 4 shots, 1 on target. And yet Burnley are continuously, they're 56% possession. So they're keeping the ball a little bit more, but not doing anything with it.
And now picked up by Andrews in towards Bayo. Bayo finds Asprilla just outside the penalty. Inside the box.
Shall we go? Let's go Huddersfield Swansea. Swansea throw in. They could get this into the box. Oh, and it goes straight to the opposite end. Huddersfield have it with Kasumu on their left-hand side. It gets past the Bergzorg. Bergzorg in the middle of the box. What's Bergzorg going to do? Huddersfield. Bergzorg. What's happened? Oh, Cabango grabs it from him. He must have just kept it too long. And Cabango gets it, passes it to Rushworth. Can Huddersfield do anything? They just kick it out to Lees and Hellick and Koroma. Huddersfield now rebuilding. Huddersfield are... Oh, they lose it to Ronald, who loses it to Spencer. Huddersfield are actually doing rather well. Look, I pressed too far back there and getting in trouble, weren't I? So we have
secured himself a playoff spot to get into the Football League. Team in Newcastle, just outside Newcastle.
Let's just refresh this because I think
to St James's Park.
There is
fair walk, but it's doable. But now Hull City got a ball in the middle of the park. They've got ball back now for Jones.
Not much happening apart from the fact that Rotherham has looks like it's been cancelled.
Tyler Morton, 21-year-old, is on loan from Liverpool. But now ball up towards for Hull City on the left-hand side now.
17. Well, at least he got 17 minutes to watch his brand new side.
Inside, finds Philogen in towards Seri. Seri finds Tufan.
I'm actually interested in when it stopped. It was 61% play to Rotherham, 39% to Birmingham. 1 shot off target, and that was Birmingham. 40 passes by Rotherham, 28 by Birmingham.
Hull City nil in the championship.
2 corners to Rotherham.
Cardiff, Southampton 0-1. So Southampton are absolutely 100% part of a 4-horse race for the championship playoff places. And for the automatic places, 2 of those
so we're listening away.
Go into the playoffs, but now
let's go into League One. Blackpool 1, Barnsley 0, Bolton 0, Port Vale 0, Bristol Rovers, Peterborough 0, Burton 2, Reading 0. So it's 7 minutes and 11 minutes. Cambridge 0, Derby 0. It's now
with Omur and
Carlisle 1.
Did a couple of 1-2s, but the last pass
Wickham 1.
So it's opportunity wasted by.
Let's see who scored.
by Hull City. Like
McCalmont
66
for
points. They will
Carlisle,
have,
McCleary
69 if
for
they win the games in
Wickham.
hand. Norwich at the moment 0-0 for them. They played at home to Bristol City. We'll expect Norwich to win that game, and then Norwich then effectively
who else? Burton 2, Reading 0, Cambridge 0, Charlton 0, Shrewsbury 1, Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 0, Leyton Orient, Fleetwood 0-0, Portsmouth 0, Wigan 1, and 69 minutes, Northampton 0, Exeter 1.
Better on the counter attack, and especially Lewis on the left hand side has been
Can I make?
Really good for Watford today. And
Can I make this any better?
Bringing a step after.
It's boring today. You know, they've actually said they've actually reduced the time at Rotherham to 11. It was 17 and stopped. It's now 11. And it's not on the. It's not on the play in the matches.
Almost every game for
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's one missing.
So long ball now up from keeper also headed clear.
So look at some odds. Watford are 7-4
He finds
to win at home against Hull, and guess what? Hull are 7-4 to win away at Watford. And 2-1 for a draw. So it's pretty much God knows who's going to win that one, isn't it? I think Hull City have more to win, more to play for. But Watford are playing, I think, better football by the sounds of it.
Interesting game at the moment.
Sunderland are 6-4 against, but they're favourites against Millwall. Stoke City are favourites, even money against Plymouth. Norwich City against Bristol City. Norwich City are even money. Huddersfield Swansea. Huddersfield are even money. Cardiff versus Southampton. Southampton are 1-0 up and are 6-1 on to win that one.
From the back,
I wish I had somebody to talk to. It's very, very boring today. What's happened with football today? What's happened? It's just ridiculous. Shut that door.
Just outside the penalty area. Just plays. We just placed it into penalty area. Just nothing pass and
nothing happening whatsoever. Let's have a look in the Premiership. Just Luton 0. Brentford 1.
And Hull City now with a bit of possession, as mentioned. When they have the ball, they look quite
Blackpool 1, Barnsley 0. We have a goal there.
The pass, especially if it's like a 20-yard pass into the
it's Burton 2.
That's where Watford want to just try to exploit that. But the ball over the top on the left-hand side. So
Reading 1.
Philogin tries to go round.
Carlisle 1, Wickham 1, we said.
And it's out for a corner kick for Hull City.
Charlton 0, Shrewsbury 1.
The fourth corner kick in the game. 0 so far to Watford.
Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 0.
Going to take this corner kick from the right-hand side.
And Northampton have just equalised against 10-man Exeter. So it's nearly finished there.
Towards the penalty spot, it's the free header against goal. It's cleared away inside the 6-yard box. May not have got in anyway, but it's a clear free header. Didn't actually get proper over it.
So that's that one.
Jones, the defender, but now it's cleared away from Watford. And Watford misclears it, and it's a free kick towards.
So what do we have? They're still thinking Portsmouth are going to win that game. Although Wigan are 13-10. So it's not too much difference, to be quite honest. No, actually, it's 2-1. They've moved Portsmouth to 2-1 against from evens. It's now nearly evens for Wigan. So they are moving those odds. Harrogate are winning Milton Keynes. Doncaster are losing to Barrow. Mansfield 0, Gillingham 1. Morecambe 1, Forest Green
Maybe
0.
deserve to win on points. It probably is. Hull City,
Stockport
Morecambe
1,
with his,
Accrington Stanley 1,
right,
Tranmere
with his
1,
left. And both
Wimbledon
stand by
0,
the ball.
Walsall
with a
2,
disjointed,
Bradford
wall.
1.
There's two of them. It's Morton who just puts the ball into the mix. It's a terrible cross. And
Anything as we go back
would have gone
up.
out for a goal kick, but Bachmann just picks it up. So goal at the Bramall Lane. Sheffield United 0. Early one.
Yeah,
And
that certainly is.
Hope still for Vincent Company's guys. Burnley then will get up to 23, Luton 25. Nottingham Forest 26, Everton 27.
So Sheffield United are losing
It's the greatest game.
home to Burnley.
Burnley. But
That's put Burnley on
greatest game then will just
not too much difference. No, it's
because,
still anybody's game according to the odds.
Game,
Roughly just under 2-1 for both.
Any chance of
and 2-1 for the draw. So there's not the odds are not really. The odds are saying they don't. They have no idea. So if we look at the championship, home games that are 0-0. Huddersfield, Norwich, Stoke, Sunderland, Watford. Games cancelled at the moment because of medical emergencies. Rotherham. Cardiff is the only one to have a goal, and it's Cardiff 0, Southampton 1.
Just runs into traffic and he gets a free kick there against William Hurt. Holds his face there, and
shall we have a look at the? Let's have a look at the basement of the Sheffield United there. So Sheffield United, 33 games, 16 points.
10 yards
There's no way they're going to get that back.
So Antonio referee just.
I mean, it's 10 points from safety with 8 games left. So there's very little. They would have had to have won today. Burnley with 23 are 3 points away from Forest, so they could take, but they've played one game extra. So there's not the likelihood is the bottom three with Luton above on 34 games, 25 points. It's more likely that is what's going to be. It's going to be Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield United coming back down.
From the bio, Morton stands maybe a bit of daydreaming there from
where are Brentford? I didn't look at where Brentford were. Brentford on 14th with 35 points.
It's 2-0 now, Burnley against Sheffield United. So Sheffield United, they are, if they lose that game, they are definitely not in the game. They will go down, not mathematically today, but it will 100% happen because they absolutely needed to win that game to have any chance of staying up.
Unfortunately, that's Sheffield United is further down as you can think. There's a goal at Bristol Rovers.
Next season, this team would probably think they could maybe do something next season. They've got their Premiership experience with Hull City. Not so much.
Peterborough 1. So Bristol Rovers 0, Peterborough 1.
Towards Carvalho now. Carvalho got tackled again. He was just waving almost like an imaginary card. It was more
Burton.
More waving of the arms. So
Albion 2.
Done by trying to get someone booked.
Reading 1.
Now, Jones for Hull. It's Hull. Possession football for Hull City. They've been the better side with the ball now.
Cambridge 0. And you guessed it, it's Derby 1.
Into the middle to Tufan gets tackled again. And another free kick this time.
Charlton nil, Shrews 1. Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 1.
Given to Hurt. He's made a few words for him. The referee Ben Toner, and not sure if it was for bad-mouthing the referee or it was for the tackle.
And still Portsmouth 0, Wigan 1.
And it's a good chance this for Watford for Hull City, about 35 yards. So too far away for a shot on target, but it could be an interesting game. This interesting.
So still Luton 0, Brentford 1. Sheffield United 0, Burnley 2.
From Serich, that sort of stands for the ball, and it's also Omur. Looks like Tyler Morton going to take this free kick.
Strange, isn't it? The odds have actually stayed the same, so they've scored 2 goals, and Burnley have still not got any better odds.
Towards the middle of the park, and it's
answers on the postcard.
Greaves,
Only 1 goal in the Championship. What is happening here?
Shields the ball out after it's headed towards the corner flag.
And Rotherham's game is now being restarted. Well, is now being put back on again. It's 12 minutes. And we have actually started playing. Laird has now got it for Birmingham. Passes it back to Bellick. Laird, Bellick, and Sanderson. So we're now back on the game. So Rotherham's back on.
Right wing back today with the 3 at the back to play this Watford side. And now it's not a clash after that throw in from Porteus. It's 2 players just gone into each other.
And we've got a goal.
Might be, I think
it's Stoke 1.
It must be a free kick for
Plymouth 0.
It's really tough challenge from Greaves and their captain.
So that's an interesting one. It's Burton.
Almost like 2 fouls there. So
3.
maybe it's lucky to if he doesn't get a yellow card in that situation, or I think maybe Greaves, Jacob
Reading
Greaves,
1.
got the yellow card for reckless, dangerous play, and so yellow card for
So
Greaves,
that's that. Just that 1 red card down there, Exeter.
Goal in the Championship. Stoke City winning 1-0 against Plymouth. What an important goal that is for Stoke City, who's both of those teams are fighting against relegation. There's only 1 other goal in the Championship. Cardiff 0, Southampton 1.
What does that do at the bottom for Stoke City and Plymouth? Stoke City go from 47 points to 50, and they'll be completely safe. Plymouth are already safe on 48.
1-0 Brentford 1, and Sheffield United 0. Burnley 0, so Brun Larsen and Assignon with goals for Burnley.
Did you hear that?
Scored,
Sheffield United 0, Burnley 0, with Burnley scoring twice.
With the ball,
Okay.
Back forward, which I've heard, just plays it back towards Daniel Bachmann. The Austrian just chips the ball forward on the right
Stoke
hand
City
side.
1, Plymouth 0. 45 minutes and 5 seconds.
And then out on the left-hand side towards...
But yeah, that's it's really a non-game Stoke. I thought Plymouth might be the ones to think, yeah, we need this to just get out of it and make it safe.
Now it's his turn
But
to get...
I was wrong.
rough treatment from opponents, but it's just that.
The other game that's rather odd, I thought that Hull might be playing a little bit better with Watford, but apparently not.
No, Huddersfield, Hull City 0. Hull City have been a better side. If anyone's side,
he's mixing his words a bit like me, isn't he?
Hull City, so Hull City with a good chance of getting into the playoffs. It really is a really interesting end to the season. It looked to be outraged, but that's 7 points in the last 9 games.
Carlisle, Wickham 1-1. Yep.
Hull City and Hull.
Charlton, Lincoln City 1-1.
Games, 3 after this.
Let's go down to it. Doncaster 0, Barrow 2. Harrogate 1, Milton Keynes 2. They've come back. Mansfield 0, Gillingham 1, Morecambe 1, Forest Green 2. They've come back. Stockport 2, Accrington 1. So Stockport go ahead. Sutton 0, Crawley 1. Tranmere 1, Wimbledon 0. And it's now Walsall 2, Bradford 2. Tranmere just scored. Tranmere 2, Wimbledon 0. Wimbledon 0. Harrogate 2, Milton Keynes 2, if I didn't say that. Northampton 1, Exeter 2. Put that in.
So just waiting for the referees boarded, the fourth officials boarded.
And
Minutes
it's
will be added on.
Exeter are actually 10 man, so they're actually winning 2-1 with 10 men, which is really pretty good, pretty decent.
First half, so it normally doesn't get.
I said Burton 3, Reading 1, which we did put on.
Ball over the top to Dennis. Dennis inside the penalty area for Watford. Runs into traffic, but managed to find Lewis back towards Dennis.
Stoke City has scored again.
Falls out to Kayembe. Kayembe plays it out on the wide towards Lewis. Crossing opportunity. 4 players in the middle. Goes down the line. A step over. It's into the middle of the park. And it's headed out from.
So it looks like Stoke City are going to win that one.
Tries to get another cross in towards the mixer. It's cleared out towards Cornet. Cornet just outside the penalty. Now it's a shooting opportunity for Kayembe. Goes out for a corner kick. Cleared away last second. So Stoke.
Brentford are now scored again.
And it's Luton 0, Brentford 2. So the two bottom teams are losing. Now it's corner kick. Aspria is in, swinging through the corner for Watford to the last chance before the half time.
So Luton losing, Sheffield United losing, Burnley winning,
and it's one back by Hull.
Southampton winning,
by
Stoke City winning 2-0. Did we say Blackpool? I think that's a new one actually, isn't it?
For this half, so it's set 0-0. Good game of football this between Hull and Watford at the Vicarage Road at half time.
So it's half time, so we'll cut him off. Blackpool 2, Barnsley 0. So again, they've gone 2-0 down in the first half. I don't believe it, and I bet you Barnsley come back. They quite often come back from that, and it's like, well, why wait till the second half to come out and play? So Luton are still playing. They're on 48 minutes. They're 2-0 down at home to Brentford. Sheffield United 2-0 down. That's half time. Cardiff 1-0 down. That's half time. Huddersfield, Norwich half time. We'll come back to Rotherham because they're now in the 18th minute because of the stoppage. Stoke City 2-0 up. That's 49 minutes. So they should be finishing soon. And the other two games are 0-0. Sunderland and Watford. And they're both on half time. So see what Stoke's... Oh, no, Stoke City's just finished for half time. Luton Town on, if it refreshes, 48 minutes. Just click into 49. So they're about to finish for half time. 49 minutes and 11 seconds at Luton. Funny enough, Rotherham's odds have gone from 5-1 against to 4 3/4 to against. And it's now 3 3/4 against. So the odds are still odds on for a Birmingham win. However, they're not totally sure as Luton finishes for half time on 2-0. We can go to the Rotherham game and we can watch Rathbone go down the right, crosses it, but John Ruddy grabs it, tries playing it out. Where's he going to kick it? Sure, he's not going to play it round the back, is he? He's going to welly it forward, and Burt gets it in just over the halfway line, gives it to Anderson. Anderson crosses it to Hopalk. Gives it to Anderson. Anderson in the Rotherham half, just outside. A shot by Anderson. It's on target, but the marvellous shot stopper has obviously stopped that one. But where's it gone? Has it gone for a corner? If it doesn't come back, it's gone for a corner. It must have gone for a corner to Birmingham. So corner to Birmingham. Sam Nombe at the other end, just 2 minutes ago, had a shot saved. Centre of the box, centre of the top centre of the goal, and it was saved by the goalie. So they're on 21 minutes. Cameron Humphreys gets a toe to the corner, pass it out to Henderson, grabs it, and Sunic grabs it to Palk. Palk back to Henderson. Birmingham still got the ball back there. Pass it across, but it's a Rotherham throw-in. So Rotherham now, with 21 minutes gone. This is going to be painful, isn't it? 21 minutes gone. Rotherham there. That little bit of hesitancy in the back has put the Rotherham odds from 3 3/4 to 1 to 4 to 1. I find it quite interesting to look at the odds and see how they move and why they move. It is half time for the rest of the games. And nobody's here, so I'll probably go for a quick coffee. As Rotherham have it with Revan down to Hakeem Odofin. Odofin there. Pulls it back. Humphreys. Odofin was obviously given the chance to play or not. He turned down playing because we brought him in from being captain of Peterborough, and it's like, oh, I don't want to play. I don't want to. So the last manager put him on the sidelines. Wouldn't put him in the team. As Hugill could have crossed it there, but didn't. And I think Evans has just said, look, you either play and earn your ticket back to someone like Portsmouth or someone else, or you just don't get put on the pitch, and nobody sees how good you are. Technically, we know that the side he went out to actually did like him, and they probably would still like him even if he didn't play ever again for Rotherham. But let's see. He's been given a chance. He's been given a chance to play. Let's see if he does actually play. To be quite honest, I'm surprised that he refused to play because when he came back, he actually played really well. He was one of only 2 players to actually appear to try and play for Rotherham, even though they were almost certainly going down. Cafu sneaks it for gets it in the opponent's half, passes it to Rathbone on the right-hand side. Rathbone, can he cross it? Tell me where the ball is. Tell me where the ball is, Bet365. Oh, it crossed it. It just went straight over for a throw-in for Birmingham on the opposite side. Short throw to what's his face? Down to Laird. Tries kicking it forward. Long ball, but Peltier gets it. Now, Peltier will either do damn good or he'll do absolute crap. In this case, he's going to pass it back to Victor, who's, where the hell's he? He's right out of the box. Victor in sort of like near the middle of the park. Where's Victor going to place it? Hopefully he's got lots of room, otherwise he shouldn't be where he is. If that goes goal now, I'm going to be so annoyed. I don't know what's happened, but the odds have gone off again. Well, it goes forward to Sanderson, kicked it forward to Sanderson. Now it's gone straight to them, which is a bit difficult because Victor is out of his net at this point. Kicks it forward in desperation to try and catch him out, but Peltier grabs it. Please don't pass it back to Victor. No, get it to Odofin on the edge of the box. Odofin on the edge of the box. What's he going to do with it? This is going to be the last time before I go for a coffee. Odofin. Back to 3 3/4 to 1 for Rotherham as Odofin tries to get past those defenders. but just can't seem to get past them. A quick look at the stats. It's 1 shot to Rotherham and it was on target, 2 shots to Birmingham, 1 on target, 55% possession still to Rotherham. As the Dolphins still trying to get somewhere on the edge of the box. He's just passing it 1-2 and crosses it, but Ruddy kicks it out and it's a Rotherham throw-in. And Revan can now try and build from the left-hand side. Gives it to a Dolphin. Revan, 1-2 in it into the corner. They're in the corner for Rotherham. It's a shot by Hugill, but it's saved. Shot by Hugill. And it's John Ruddy will build there from the back. And that was all. That was a decent ball forward by Birmingham there as well. So we're by no means over at Rotherham. Yeah. So Rotherham are still playing. I hope the guy is okay. Or girl. So as we go through half time, we are still looking at the Rotherham game because it's only on 27 minutes at the minute. As Revan's playing really well. It crosses it to Rathbone, who misses a target, but only just. And it's on a bet 365, so I don't know where the ball is now. So Rotherham are in the attack, but it's all Rotherham at the minute. All Rotherham. Can they make the most of it? Is the question. No. One's missing, 8, 4. That's strange, really. Just one corner throw, I wrote the back the wrong day in a minute. So it's been an interesting morning. Certainly, the Rotherham game's livened up. So Cafu injury, well, that's usually a couple of minutes behind. So that's 28 and that's 30. So it's quite. Oh, Peltier's shot. Oh. This is I left my coffee behind. See, I'm so interested in getting to the game. The Rotherham are shooting more. They're just peppering the goal at the minute. I mean, if you go on shots, Rotherham should be about 3 or 4-0 up. They really are. And Lee Peltier has it again in the attacking areas in the box. Oh, for heaven's sake. It's now 3 1/3 to 1, and Birmingham are now evens to win it purely because we're bottom of the league. And we are Rotherham are making a substitution. No, that's bad. That means that Cafu must be coming off because because of the injury. That's going to be bad. Cafu can be a game changer. Cafu can absolutely be a game changer. I'd like to see John Ruddy. Who's come off then? Birmingham have the ball, but kick it forward, and Peltier grabs it in the Rotherham area. Well, this is 2 minutes behind. This is the Sky app. I want to see who is coming off for Rotherham. Give that one last refresh to see if it's going to tell us. No. Timelines Rotherham throwing now. Not telling us who's come off. We haven't even got a full bench. We've only got 7 people on the bench. Birmingham have all 9. Yeah, Appiah's come on for Cafu. So Cafu is injured. So Cafu, the star player, well, the one of only 2 or 3 players that's actually been trying to play football has come off. We're going to go back because we should actually be starting all the other games now. So let's have a look. Yeah, Sheffield United started. That's Sheffield United 0, Burnley 2. Cardiff has now started. Still the same score. Are all the others the same? Yep, started Huddersfield, started Norwich. Stoke City, still 2-0 half-time. Watford have just started and Sunderland have just started. So we'll go back to the Watford game because that one...
45 minutes, especially for Hull City. Hull City with the all to play for. And
just starting, I believe.
Again, that very important win, Hull. At the moment, as the table stands at the moment, it's West Bromwich Albion 72.
Yeah.
Points, 44 games.
So let's go into League 1.
Games.
Blackpool 2, Barnsley 0. Bristol Rovers 0, Peterborough 1, Burton 3, Reading 1, Cambridge 0, Derby 1, Carlisle 1, Wycombe 1, Charlton 0, Shrewsbury 1, Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 1, Lake Orient 0, Fleetwood 0, and what's that one? Portsmouth 0, Wigan 1.
He's on the left-hand side, trying to go down.
Barrow still winning Doncaster 2-0.
Waiting for Dennis. Dennis goes up. He's headed out.
Forest Green came back to 2-1 ahead of away to the Morecambe.
Porteus win the ball just outside the penalty area, so it's
Tranmere
still
2,
1-0.
Wimbledon 0.
Played of the second half, so there's been no changes at half time. So Watford with Bachmann in goal and Andrews Sirialga, the back 3, and Porteus and Lewis in the midfield, Kayemba and Kone in the middle of the park, while Tennis, Asprey and Bayo just swap and change their positions up front. Hull with Allsop in goal, Slater, Jones, Greaves, and Jacob in the back 4. Below in Seri, Morton and Umur in midfield, and Tufan and Cavallo play further forward for Hull City. And then it's 47 minutes played. Watford 0, Hull 0. And there's still a game where
Stoke 2.
Decent on counter-attacks.
Southampton 1-0 up there. There's 2 games with goals. Stoke 2, Plymouth 0. Cardiff 0, Southampton 1. There will be goals. I am absolutely certain there will be goals. Please, I don't want to go over like this. Is ridiculous, isn't it?
It's worse than both West Brom.
Oh, we've got a goal in League One.
So there need to be more. They need to have more points than both West Brom and Norwich. And they play with when they play Coventry at in midweek. Coventry
So
with
Blackpool 3, Barnsley 0.
United.
Well, that makes it. Does that? Are they actually
but it can
at
still
risk?
get into the playoffs. It's still a very important game. Coventry at Hull. But now it's Watford with the ball inside their own half, trying to clear it up the pitch.
So look at the table.
From,
Barnsley are.
Jacob.
Oof, dear.
And then, ball then.
They're literally 2 points now ahead of 7th place Blackpool with 1 game to go. They have to get a point. They have to actually get a point to stay. Yeah, they'd have to 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they'd have to win, get a point. They literally to get in to be in the playoffs. Barnsley needed to get a point. They're 3-0 down at home away to Blackpool. So they've now got 1 game to get into the game.
3 points there, and Norwich, Bristol City. Bristol City nothing to play for Norwich. Needed points to get secure the playoff positions. While Huddersfield, Swansea, Huddersfield could do with 3 points. But now Watford on the left-hand side, played in towards.
If we go to
the line, good ball for
Norwich,
Dennis. Dennis just outside the penalty area, tries to put it back.
See, Norwich at 0,
Lewis with a cross
Bristol
into the
City
mixer,
0.
sent it out by Phil Hogan.
That puts Norwich with 2 games left. They're on 72 points.
Good run up the pitch, and it's just
Hull City at the minute could still catch them.
It's a clear yellow card I've seen this season, and it's still 0-0. But Tufan won the ball just outside his own penalty area, and it just bumps down the line.
He's wrong there because Hull City have a game in hand on them. Hull City could still catch them even if Norwich win, because Norwich would be on 75 and Hull City are at the minute on 66.
Was booked just before half time, so that's a 3 yellow cards so far.
So Hull City could still win, and if they do, then they're on 68.
So
7 points behind Norwich, but with 1 game left for Norwich. And they've got 2. That's right, isn't it? Well, they'd have to win. Yeah, they would win. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? So Hull City would be able to get. No, they get 3 games. They've got 3 games left. Yeah. Hull City have got 3 games left, which is 9 points. After this game, Norwich have got 2 games left.
If you win this game, they will have every chance of getting into the playoffs. Keep an eye on the other results, of course. Norwich, Bristol City 0-0. They're desperate to keep Norwich out of Norwich,
definitely
not to win that game. So now it's
and Sheffield United have scored.
Play by Kayemba. He finds Andrews, but it's just cleared away by Hull City, and it's a bit untidy from both sides in the second half. 6.5 minutes played. Watford 0, Hull 0. And the ball out now for Hull City on the left-hand side.
Luton 0, Brentford 2, Sheffield United 1, Burnley 2.
By Andrews. It's a free kick again for Hull City. So it's Hull City.
Does nobody want to? Bristol City have just scored.
Impressive side. So this is 19-year-old Ryan Andrews just gets a. Notes on that yellow card. His number is there. So
and Bristol City have just scored.
Challenge. Free kick will be taken by Jacob on the.
That's going to be interesting. Bristol City now go to 63.
Just played Ball into the
Up into 10.
chance for Hull City. I cannot believe what's happened. It's a goal that's offside against Tufan, who scores, but it comes after a referee collides with a Hull City player, and he plays a dummy. The ball goes past, and everyone stops. The ball gets played towards Tufan. It's free with the keeper.
I mean, Bristol can't actually get anywhere. They just scored against Norwich City just to piss them off.
Luckily for the referee, it was offside.
Yeah,
So it
that's
wasn't
still
a goal.
nil.
And,
But I thought Barnsley had
brilliant.
scored earlier, but no, they
Just
haven't.
completely took everyone out of play at the ball.
Burton 3, Reading 1.
Offside, but now it's Watford to win the ball in the middle of the park with Lewis just by the corner flag. Just step back, tracks his run. Good challenge there from Carvalho.
Well,
and,
Wickham 2. Did I say Wickham 2?
Lewis into the mixer. It's headed out. Oh, it's cleared in the last minute there from it was Porteus and his long ball up the pitch. So no changes for any other teams. It's just a really good contest. It's a championship game that means so much for Hull City. Gets a Watford team who's on the up.
That's an interesting one as well. Where's that one?
And now Andrews gets a hand to his face. He's there with Jacobs and
A goal for Lincoln. Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 2.
It's just ridiculous by 19-year-old Andrews. Look at that.
They got a couple of goals. They got 2-0.
Brian Andrews.
Bristol City goal.
Jacob on the side of their own half, just on the halfway line now. And now
25% of the goals from this month, from the first half.
Nil. And we'll see if Hull City can get that goal. And good news for Hull City. Norwich 0, Bristol City 1. What a good news that is for Hull City. They have a chance to make it into the playoffs. It could be real if if Norwich lose that game. If they should get a win there, they are technically ahead of Norwich on points conceded at least. Sheffield United 1, Burnley 3 now. It's 0-2 at half time for Burnley. 2 quick goals in the second half. Hamer for Sheffield United after 52, and Lyle Foster scored after 58. Norwich got an equaliser against Bristol City, so went behind for very long. Norwich they got a tendency to just come back and win the games by the odd goal at home, and that's 1-1 between Norwich and Bristol City.
We've not got the Burnley goal has not been confirmed yet.
Taken by Porteus and by Slater. And they're picked up in the middle by Andrews. Good run by Andrews. Runs up towards Brentford. It's a good run. And it's a 3 against 3. And tries to do a dummy. And it could be a shot on target. Tries to find Dennis. Dennis is 1-on-1 the keeper. Oh, it's a last-ditch tackle in the middle from the captain, Greaves. And what a great run by Andrews. In the middle of the park, it just goes towards goal. And that
it's 3-1 to Burnley.
Bad first touch. And therefore it's cleared out for a corner kick. But really good.
And it's still Brentford winning 2-0 away at Luton.
Actually cleared out for a throw-in by the corner flag. There will be a long throw-in for Watford into the box. It's back towards
so Norwich 1, Bristol City 1.
Aspria with a good
Stoke 2, Plymouth 0.
Target from Aspria. And it's still Watford 0, Hull 0, but a great chance there for Dennis. Just hesitated with a bad first touch. And looking at that again, the offside.
Blackpool 3, Barnsley 0. Bristol Rovers 0, Peterborough 1. Burton 3, Reading 1. I think even League 1 slowed down. Doncaster 0, Barrow 2. Harrogate 3, Milton Keynes 3.
The referee just opened play up for
Tranmere 2, Wimbledon 0, Walsall 2, Bradford 2.
And he tries to put a shot in. It's blocked just outside the 6-yard box. Cleared out towards Serry.
Still Portsmouth losing at home 1-0.
To Omer towards Tufan, towards Serry. Serry with a shot just in the first defender.
I don't suppose it really matters, does it? They're already champions. They're not really bothered, are they? It would have been nice to win your final game at home.
Watford, and yeah, it's a decent game. It's an interesting game of football. This. So in the Championship, Cardiff 0, Southampton 1. Incredibly important win for Southampton. Their chances are alive, and it's
10 minutes extra time at Rotherham.
fantastic.
What?
Comeback season. They come back at the end of the season by Southampton.
I would have thought they'd have just
0-0.
stopped it at the time the incident occurred.
Rotherham 0, Birmingham 0, Stoke winning the relegation battle against Plymouth, Sunderland 0, Millwall 0, Watford 0, Hull 0 in this
Rotherham
match.
are now in
ball
defence
over
with
towards,
Peltier.
middle of the park for Watford.
I'd like to see the
Watford now
stats because Rotherham have been.
ball into,
I mean, it says 4 shots, 2 on target for Rotherham,
midfield
but
area. Kayamba
I saw them have
picks
3
up,
shots
out
in
towards Lewis,
quick
left back,
succession.
yeah,
So
position. Plays it out towards Dennis. Out towards Kayembe in the middle of the park again for Watford.
35 dangerous attacks, 4 shots, 2 on target for Rotherham. 12 dangerous attacks for Birmingham, 4 shots, 1 on target. The same XG, 0.12 for Rotherham, 0.13 for Birmingham. So it's not looking
Lewis on the left-hand side.
too difficult. I'm surprised it's 10 minutes extra time.
At the moment,
I know Rotherham's had an injury, a serious injury that's taken out one of their midfielders.
So it's
Cafu is now off injured.
they're clear relegation. A very competitive side at the moment, this Watford side, but now ball out towards Filogan inside a penalty area, tries to put a shot in, it gets blocked into the out towards the corner.
So look at Watford. We're going to Watford. I know we're listening to it, but Matty Jacob has it in Hull City's defence.
Bio finds Kayembe. Squares it
Really
out
gives it away, and Andrews has got it in the corner for Watford. Watford now. Oh, shot by Espiller, but it's just blocked there.
Oh, it's a terrible mix-up in defence, and Watford win the ball inside the penalty area. Tries to cross from left to right towards Bile. Now out, there's a shot from Andrews. It goes well wide. And
Cavallo brings it forward, and
in defence now.
Filligin on the other side has another shot, and then Seri has another shot. And Hull City, offside. Oh, listen to this. Listen to this when it comes up.
That's terrible play by it's actually Slater who.
Oh, my neck's hurting.
But it's him putting the ball out of.
The Northampton 1, Exeter 2 is still
really dangerous play by Hull again.
85 minutes it's on.
The goal kick. This is great very high intensity pressure from Watford. So 15 minutes played in this game. Impossible to call it. But all we know is that it's Hull City who really needs to win this game. They need the 3 points. And as I said, the table is
Stoke City 2, Plymouth 0.
Table is so tight.
Around 60 minutes at the minute. With Blackpool winning 3-0. 60 minutes.
Maybe expected to win.
Bolton 0, Port Vale 0, which is strange.
Hull 66. And
Burton 3, Reading 1.
With the Hull's game in hand against Coventry midweek. But now, ball out on the right-hand side for Hull City. Watford have been a better side in the second half, but now
Orient 0, Fleetwood 0. And Portsmouth 0, Wigan 1.
That clever, and it's a throw-in for Watford. Watford now in the middle of the park with Conair.
Seri for Hull.
Morton
runs it across to the right-hand side, pulls it back to Omar. Omar gives it to Slater, who loses it and goes out for a Watford throw-in.
Free kick for Watford.
It's Luton 0, Brentford 2. Still Sheffield United 1, Burnley 3.
Still, Watford 0, Hull 0, and first change will be made now by Hull City. And
62 minutes and they're making a change. Wow.
And out will be is it Omur who makes way, so it's bad like to like changed up for Hull City.
I'm not quite sure why, but never mind.
That's Tufan who goes off and the lap, so a bit of Cavallo will be probably playing a bit more as a striker than Delap, I think. So it's maybe like for like, maybe slightly different positioning. Let's see where Delap just puts them where he will be on the pitch.
Yeah.
It looks like Cavalli have gone up as a striker. So so far it's been a game where Hull City with a penalty are the best chance, but Watford have been the better side lately. They are pressing for the win at the moment. They're ball on the right hand side for Watford with the Porteus, places it into the penalty area.
Hull City had a
Hull
City had a missed penalty.
And back towards Cullier, just outside the penalty area.
When was that? That must be quite early on.
Porteus just can't get hold of the ball. Ball now, it was Cullier. It's established press by Watford. Out towards Lewis. Lewis inside the penalty area. 3 players waiting in the middle. It's goes in towards Cullier. Can't get control.
I'm trying to find the missed penalty. It's right at the
Finds
beginning.
Lewis just on the edge of the box. Really a high pressure with now Cornet goes into the box and tries to shot come cross.
Oh, penalty. 11 minutes. So 11 minutes. Penalty.
Dangerous play.
Before I had the radio on as Stoke City Plymouth's just gone off. Let's have a look at Stoke City Plymouth.
Defending from Hull City, but it's 0-0. Matty Jacobs got a yellow card, so it's now looking at the yellow cards. It's Hurt, Porteus and Andrews for
offside Plymouth.
Watford, while the Greens
offside
and
Plymouth.
I've got the yellow cards
on 60. That's 2 minutes ago.
Hull City. Not been a dangerous game. Not been anything to indicate that it's been needed really 5 yellow cards. Watford though, it's going to make their first change.
And it's Brentford 3.
19-year-old Ryan Andrews going off. It's been really influential. Andrews and Gaggia.
Pretty the wrong way around.
For Watford. So
Luton 0, Brentford 3.
Experienced man Ngakia. So it'll be.
So it looks like Brentford are going to win. They're now 200 to 1 on to win that one.
It's been phenomenal. Had some really good runs in midfield. So far, it's been a good game for Ryan Andrews.
Doesn't look like Sheffield are going to get back to that one.
23-year-old is
Stoke City winning. Southampton winning.
From West Ham for ages ago, but Watford now go forward.
Cardiff attacking at the minute with Colwell.
Headed from Bio in the middle. It just goes towards the corner flag. It's out for a throw in the end.
Is that a free kick?
Looking at Brian Andrews, just goes around the pitch, goes and gets a standing ovation from.
If it is, it's a very good position for Cardiff.
Fans and. With 25 minutes to go, this could go anywhere.
Wait and see which way this goes.
Cardiff 0, Southampton 1.
Yeah, it's gone in. It's gone in. It's Cardiff 1, Southampton 1.
Birmingham 0-0, Stoke 2-0 against Plymouth. Sunderland 0-0, and Watford Hull in this
Cardiff
game,
1, Southampton 1.
Brentford 0-3. 3-0 Brentford. Looks like they.
And all of a sudden. It's not. It's Brentford 4. It's Luton 0.
Back against Southampton, which is very good news for Leicester, Leeds, and
Brentford
Town.
4.
If Cardiff can get a point there, and it's a bit stop and play at the moment. Also, we'll have a free.
So that's gonna have put kibosh on Southampton's charge for that second place.
Drop ball for. So
Who won the game this morning?
Southampton 1, Luton 0, Brentford 4. So Luton seem to.
So you see, Leicester won it this morning.
Ball out from Allsop. He gets a drop in, and it just
but,
straight at Bio. Bio just sticks a foot down. Couldn't get anything on the ball, but it's really sloppy
so
play.
Think of the top. So you've got Leicester City streaking away at the top. Leeds and.
West Brom losing.
Leeds and Ipswich aren't playing today.
It's at Watford.
So that will give
in Hull City playoff opens. Now, Watford just
Yeah,
attacking on
that's
the right hand side.
really
Into
putting
the
a
mixer there. It's
push
cleared away by
there. What does he actually give us? Let's have a
Nick Reeves is
well,
out for a throw in
yes.
on the far
level
side
at the
for,
break. Rotherham's
this,
0-0. Let's go to
Watford
the.
side. They play with energy. Now ball back
Ah, come on! I was looking at the top.
on the
Sure.
right hand side, tries to put the cross into the box, and it goes past Dennis. Tries to go all the way to
So
Lewis.
look at the top. We've got Leicester on 91 points, Ipswich on 89 points, Leeds on 87 points, and Southampton on 85 points. So they're four. Southampton at the minute are 4 points away from a top 2 position. 5 points with 9 available. They basically need to win. They need the top 2 to lose 2 games out of their 3.
Sunderland Millwall, and this game is goalless. And,
wow. Oh dear, poor old Sheffield United.
In the Championship, it looks like, in League One, it looks like Derby County could be celebrating after today's game. At the moment, they are being promoted because they're winning and Bolton are losing. So looks like Derby County will be back in the
Bolton aren't losing at the minute.
Big clubs. Portsmouth already won that league, and now it's with a
Bolton aren't losing.
Second game to go, so it's really interesting games in the.
Let's have a look at that, shall we?
The ball up now for Hull City. Rare attack on the right hand side on it. So pullback on the right hand side.
Burton 3, Reading 2.
Delapid just goes to ground. Referee Bentona just waves play on. I think it was outside the penalty area anyway, so it wouldn't have been a penalty. But
you see, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, Derby are second.
Challenge in the middle of the park. It must be a yellow card for
aren't winning. They're not.
And
yeah, they're not losing. They aren't winning. Aren't winning. They're not losing. So yeah, Bolton would actually not be able to catch them up. They've got 1 game left.
Morton with a yellow card again.
No, actually, you know, Peterborough. If Peterborough won 10-0, in their last. If Peterborough won their last 2 games and Derby lost, Peterborough would have to gain 10 goals. But 3-0. If Derby lost 3-0 and Peterborough won 3-0 and 4-0, then yeah, they'd be up instead. So it's not impossible for Peterborough to get that second slot by any means. And Huddersfield have let one in. It's been hesitant play by Huddersfield 0. Back position for Swansea 1. Possession but offside against. And the goals are starting to come in now, and it's another goal. And Watford, by far the better side in the second Sunderland half. 0. Millwall. It's good news. 1. The way this game is going for Norwich and West Bromwich Albion. Now what did I say? Blackpool 3. What an awful challenge again. This time from Serie A. Barnsley 1. Things are starting to change now. And I just cannot believe it. It's just a terrible challenge. It must be a yellow card for Serie A. Charlton 1, Shrewsbury 1. Cheltenham 1, Lincoln 2. Portsmouth 0, Wigan 1. And Leyton Orient 0, Fleetwood 0. Millwall 1 is latest score in the championship. So we're starting to get goals, guys. Safe. And Sunderland has run over results after them actually managed to get a win last time out. We'll just carry on to be a very disappointing season for Sunderland. But now, free kick for Hull City. It's a fantastic position for a shot. We've got Ormoon. We've got Morton. Seri. It's a bit of ball. Seri goes towards the wall. The wall is just a couple of yards inside the penalty area. Ball slightly to the right of centre.
Morton with the right boot would be the best option maybe for this shot. But Omur with his left foot maybe. But Morton goes over the ball, puts the ball straight in the head of the wall, and is won back by Watford in the next phase of play, and it will be a free kick.
Wow! So we're really
poor free kick just there.
This is getting quite interesting. Now I'm going to keep the
for Watford.
So the minute Peter are champions, Portsmouth are champions, Derby are second. They can be caught by Bolton.
Dennis, just get that confirmed when we get that on.
Bolton could. Well, Bolton would have to do a swing. Well, Bolton only have to do a swing of 5.
Changes confirmed. So Dennis off. So far, it's been a game where Hull have been picked back in the second half. So Rajovic have come on for Dennis. And we'll go up and play as a striker. And Ken Sema, Swedish
so that's interesting.
For Lewis. Lewis really influential in the first half, not so much in the second half. So two like-for-like.
So Oxford and Blackpool can still get into.
And it's a free kick for Watford. And this is a very, very good positioning.
Oxford and Blackpool can still get into the last 6.
Jones just pulls down a bit of a shirt pulling. It's a clear free kick and almost identical to the position where Hull had a free kick just a big minute ago. So this is a fantastic opportunity for a shot, about 3-4 yards outside the penalty area, just left of centre.
Forget Sheffield United. They are as good as dead.
The penalty area, so it's slightly closer than the shot that.
We're going to look at the bottom of
and it looks like Rajovic is just going to go.
So it's Rotherham on 24, relegated. Sheffield Wednesday and Huddersfield on 44, with Huddersfield in 22nd. Birmingham are on 46.
Left-hand side of centre. And
just 2 points above Sheffield Wednesday and Huddersfield.
Stands in the middle. Rajovic takes a shot. Oh, straight at the keeper.
QPR,
managed to palm it away.
who thought they were safe.
Throwing on the far side, on the right-hand side.
QPR, they're not playing today. QPR aren't playing today. They are on 47. They're 3 points ahead of Huddersfield and Sheffield Wednesday.
Came from Kalmar, the Swedish club, before this season. So it's scored 10 goals, and knows what a goal is. And then now it's
really close. Really close there at the bottom. How about the top? Southampton 85, Leeds 87, Ipswich 89, and Leicester 91. At the minute, 4 points difference between second place Ipswich and Southampton. 3 games to go. 3 games to go. 9 points to go, and they're 4 points behind second place. It was getting to the point where Ipswich could, or Leicester could have lost today and maybe been in deep trouble. We would have seen Southampton literally 4 points from first place. So it's just it's turning around so much. And did I put that one on? We've now got Norwich 1, Bristol City 1. I think we put that one on, didn't we?
One back by Bio inside the penalty area, trying to put a shot in. It's a really good poor play by Cavalli, who just loses possession inside his own penalty area. And shot from Byle, get blocked, out for a throw-in, taking
Don't know.
short for Watford. And Watford
It's
with
right
Ryan Winthrop, tried to swing a shot against goal, gets tackled out on the
Norwich.
right-hand
Yeah,
side. And
Norwich
ball goes
1,
into
Bristol
Ngaki
City 1. Yeah, we
Ngaki.
had
On
that.
the box, it goes down to ground. There's no penalty for Ngaki on there. And
So Cardiff
it's,
1,
still,
Southampton 1, Huddersfield
nil,
0, Swansea 1, Norwich
Watford by
1, Bristol
far the
City
better
1,
side. In the
Rotherham
second
0,
half,
Birmingham 0, still
and,
half time.
Norwich 1,
Stoke City
City 1,
2,
still a
Plymouth 0,
everything
Sunderland
to
0,
play
Millwall
for in
1,
this
Watford 0,
match.
Hull
Then
City
it's,
Hull City 0. What did I say about the Barnsley? What did I say about Barnsley?
Hull hanging on, not really conceded too many chances, but if they win 1-0 this game,
Blackpool 3, Barnsley 2.
Really good
This
away
is
performance,
ridiculous.
gets
Why do they
confidence,
leave it to the
really
last
had a
minute?
turn in,
And
away
also
performance,
Bolton
competitive
1,
level, since Cleverley took over.
Port
Overall,
Vale
it's been a really
0.
poor season. But now, ball up for Hull City. Hull City win the ball.
If Fleetwood could score,
now with
that
Sema
would
on the left
put
side, tries to cross into the mix, and it goes past
an amazing
everyone,
finish.
cleared away by,
They need
Slade.
about
way up the pitch,
3 or
and,
4 nil
one back
to win,
by,
but then they're not.
finds,
It's
goalkeeper Bachmann.
79 minutes and they're 0-0 with Leighton Orient.
Impressive second half performance by this
They're not gonna beat the
side.
drop, I
Effective,
don't
nothing
think.
to play for.
But
While the Hull City got everything to play for, but as so far,
at the minute,
doesn't seem to
so at the minute, Carlisle are down.
The energy level to boss this game.
At the minute, Fleetwood are down.
Now with Serialta, plays it back to his
Port Vale are down.
Bachmann, the hero with a penalty save.
And Cheltenham are down. So we've got our 4 going down at the minute.
With, now Umar finds Delap on the right hand side.
Oh.
Tries to put the ball into the mixer, but it's just overruns.
No, we haven't. Cheltenham have got a game in hand, so they still could drop Burton down. Who are? Where's Burton doing? Where's Burton?
So still
Where's Burton? Just trying to find. Burton are winning away at Reading, at home to Reading.
Hull City.
So that's where the could really do. If Burton do continue to win 3-2 at home to Reading, then that's really putting the I think it's really giving the bottom 4 their marching orders, apart from Cheltenham, but I think Cheltenham at the minute losing at home to Lincoln City, it's not good. So we'll go upwards. Watford 0, Hull City 0. 80 minutes. Sunderland 0, Millwall 1, 81 minutes. Stoke 2, Plymouth 0, 78 minutes. Rotherham 0, Birmingham 0, half time. Norwich 1, Bristol City 1, 83 minutes. Huddersfield 0, Swansea 1, 83 minutes. Cardiff 1, Southampton 1 in 82 minutes. In the Premier League, we have Luton 0, Brentford 4, 78 minutes, and Sheffield United 1, Burnley 4, 83 minutes. Wow. So we're clearly
tackled after the ball was played. But now it's
absolutely
change for Hull City.
in for it at the minute.
Umar has gone off. Seri will go off. Seri not been very influential in the
So down at the bottom of League One.
so far today.
It looks like we've got 3 of the relegated items: Port Vale, Fleetwood, and Carlisle.
So it's the triple change late from Liam Rossinier. Decent away game from for Watford, but so far with 9 minutes to for Hull. With 9 minutes to go, 0-0. Maybe not what Hull wants. It's not out. They're not out of it. They've still got a game in hand, but they have to beat. They have to win the remaining 3 games, which is against Coventry, Ipswich, the next 2. So it's tricky. Watford also, they make a change now. So I'll just go through these changes. We'll get everything confirmed because
So that's that one.
Slater gone out. It's Giles.
Derby
Hull,
are
and
sort of promoted, but not.
like for like,
at
Ryan
the minute.
Giles out on the right back for
So that's going to be interesting.
this Hull team. But now in ball
We got
out on
anything
the right
later
hand
on
side
tonight?
into the middle of the
There,
park.
yeah.
Good cross there from Carvalho. One back in the middle of the park by Kayemba. Kayemba with a good
Wow.
run into the middle of the park. He finds Rajovic. Rajovic.
Whoa,
ball
that's
chipped
Swansea
from,
too.
left to right. Out
Didn't we
on
say
the
Swansea
full
too?
seam. It's one back in the middle
I'm
of the
sure
park
we
now
said Swansea
by,
too.
Hull City. Hull City now in the middle with the ball and it's just taking its time there.
No, we didn't.
Jones out further on in the middle and ball out towards Jacob. Jacob plays it all the way back to his own half. Football from Hull City would be the perfect away win if they manage to get.
So
the
Swansea
points,
have now gone 2-0 up, so that's them winning that one.
Giles for Hull City have gone out on the left-hand side. Looks like good old Billy Sharp come on for Hull City, and Hull City now.
Billy Sharp.
Sharp up front with a free kick just outside the penalty. This is a great opportunity for.
He was playing in America.
Carvalho just went and just ran into Serialta, and Serialta with a yellow card. Could
What?
be really,
Hang
really dangerous
on.
position.
Oh, Barnsley.
About 18
That's
yards,
been disallowed.
19, 20 yards from goal, really central position, and this is maybe the chance for Hull City, and maybe good old Billy Sharp. It's 38 now, Sheffield United legend. Will he be the hero for Hull City? And Watford now with wall way inside the penalty area, just below the, just behind the penalty.
So this is where Billy Sharp curls it into the top corner.
It's lying down behind the goal. So this ball is a yard outside the penalty area, just outside the D on the right hand side.
Or perhaps
so
not.
This is an incredible chance for.
So we still have Cardiff drawing, Swansea
Carvalho.
winning away at Huddersfield, Norwich 1, Bristol City 1, Rotherham 0, Birmingham 0. Is now second half, 47 minutes. Stoke City 2, Plymouth 0. And I go into the 85th minute for Sunderland.
Changes Traore. Came on.
It's all Sunderland. It really is all Sunderland. However,
free kick from
we've
Giles.
really
in the
been
middle of the park. It's headed out by Watford. Back towards Giles. Can put the ball into the mixer. He finds Carvalho. He puts a cross into the mixer instead. It's controlled into the box there by Watford, but Ken Sema managed to get
nothing happening there.
Get the ball forward, and now it's
86 minutes, and it's
Watford.
Sunderland
Watford
just
on the left-hand side,
nibbling
very
away,
isolated,
but
goes down
just
towards
not
the
being
line,
able to get
eventually
anything from it,
gets,
which is really weird. They just don't
a,
seem to be able to get a ball,
goal kick
a clear
against
chance.
Good run there by
League One,
I think it was
Blackpool 3,
Nketiah.
Barnsley 1.
And Matthias Martins also come on for Watford.
Was obviously
Brazilian.
disallowed.
Actually made a run on the
The
left-hand
second
side.
goal.
And
Bolton
So,
1, Port Vale 0.
4.5 minutes to go in this game. Still 0-0. Still 1-1 at Carroll Road. That's the result that we're looking at. The need
Burton 3, Reading
Norwich
2.
and West Brom
that was
Albion to
on
drop
there.
points. The ball now out on the left-hand side.
Carlisle
Kensema,
1, Wycombe
going
3.
for it. One-on-one against Jones. Kensema with overstep.
Charlton 1, Shrewsbury 1.
Ball into the mixer, and his Bayo tries to get a shot on target. Just gets cleared away, but Watford recycling.
We're going to League 2. Doncaster 2, Barrow 2, Grimsby 1, Swindon 0, Harrogate 3, Milton Keynes 5. My God. Mansfield 2, Gillingham 1, Morecambe 1, Forest Green 2, Newport Salford 0-0, Notts County 1, Colchester 0, Stockport 4,
closest to a goal.
Accrington 2,
Now,
Sutton 2, Crawley 1, Tranmere 3, 10-man Wimbledon 1, Walsall 2, 10-man Bradford 3. So there's 2 red cards in League 2.
It's a terrible pass back towards his own half there.
There was one earlier in League 1, wasn't there? That's now finished.
Hull tried a bit of high press with Backman.
Exeter, wasn't it? Exeter with a red card earlier today. And it's now 50 minutes at Rotherham, and it's 0-0 there with Birmingham.
Ball out towards Bio inside a penalty. This could be the winner for Watford, and it's a miss of all misses. And I think it's Martins that just puts the ball just wide. It's a fantastic chance. Bio with the ball across the 6-yard box, almost out around the penalty spot.
Watford nearly scored there.
Shot, and it goes wide. What a chance for Watford, and it's an absolute
Watford
incredible chance for Watford. But Hull City, they survived it, and now Norwich
Luton.
Bristol City 2. It could be a chance for Hull City to get into the playoffs. Well, Norwich are losing at home just before the end to Bristol City.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Don't believe it. It's Norwich 1, Bristol City 1.
3 points, but now they have a chance just outside the penalty. The lap.
I don't know where he gets his information from.
Fox gets tackled. Play goes on.
No.
Went towards the Carvalho into the mixer. And now it's
anything about that.
Goes out for a shot off target, and it goes towards the keeper. Keeper managed to get the
No, still 1-1. Absolutely still no 1-1.
Palmed away. I thought it was going in. Great chance there, but now Watford go on the counter with Kayemba. He finds Cornet 4 against 4. Has got Rajovic on the right. He's got Sema in the middle. Sema is for 1-on-1, but the keeper goes to ground.
It's offside.
Oh, it's penalty for Watford. And
Watford penalty. No.
Asprilla has won 1-on-1 with the keeper.
That's my bet gone.
Way outside the penalty. It's a free kick. It's a yellow card. And it gets dragged down. I thought if it was given a penalty, no. I'll take it back. He's given a yellow card for Asprilla for diving.
He's given him a yellow card for diving.
That was a clear pull on Asprilla. And incredible game this so far. This is
so we've got Sunderland 0, Millwall 1. 89 minutes at Watford. Watford 0, Hull 0. With the Hull City guy just given a yellow card for diving.
Later on, they haven't still 1-1 in that game. It's been a incredible
in League 1.
0-0 game.
Anything more important?
Goalkeeper also is down injured. Luton 0, Brentford 5. Sheffield United 1, Burnley 4.
Oh, this is ridiculous, isn't it?
1-1.
I'll put that on here, but I think that's as good as over, isn't it?
And Norwich, Bristol City 1-1. 4-0 once against Huddersfield. Rotherham, Birmingham 0-0. Poor result for Birmingham in that game. Stoke winning the relegation battle against Plymouth. Stoke will be safe with the 3 points. Sunderland 0. Millwall 1. Millwall will be safe with the 3 points.
Swans are now definitely
later today, so it's
definitely sailing away with that one.
It's an incredible end to the championship season, both for the playoff places, and for the survival. So at the bottom of the league, it will be Sheffield Wednesday 44, Huddersfield 44, Birmingham 46, as it stands on QPR 47, play later. So it's a
the bottom looks very, very tight.
But now it's a free kick for all subways. I'm back on his feet.
Anyone from 44 to 47.
A penalty on, but it's
anybody from 50 could really go down. Stoke City could still go down, but it's very unlikely.
Driving, I think
they're winning at Plymouth, so one of them, whoever wins, is going to be pretty as safe as they can be.
Really impressive in the second half. They probably deserve it more than Hull City. Hull City the better side in the first half, so they come away with a point. Their playoff hope are still
Let's go back to the Premiership.
But they really
Luton 0, Brentford 5, Sheffield United 1, Burnley 4,
boosted by Norwich. Still just 1-1
Into
against
the
Bristol
Championship,
City, Hull City
Cardiff
come forward. It's a good chance.
won.
Middle of the park, but Giants, almost
Southampton
they
won.
can win it now. But it's a shot straight at the goalkeeper. What a chance for
Huddersfield
Hull
0,
City. Just
Swansea
a loose ball
4,
into the middle of the park. What a chance.
Norwich City
that
1,
is a,
Bristol City 1,
the chance of the
Rotherham
game.
United
I cannot
0,
believe-
Birmingham 0,
again, it's actually the
Stoke
captain
City
Greaves,
2,
of all people,
Plymouth
go
0,
forward.
Sunderland
And it's,
0,
just,
Millwall 1,
inside the penalty
and
area,
Watford
7
0,
yards
Hull
out,
City 0.
with his left foot, it just shoots on goal. It doesn't look where the keeper is. This was just a fantastic
Plymouth aren't
chance,
going to win.
and it was just a flick
So
in the
Plymouth
middle.
aren't going to win.
And now
I
might
thought
have been given
Plymouth would win.
offside anyway, but long ball up
But they
for
haven't done.
Watford. It's flicked up towards Aspria inside the penalty area. It's a good chance. Tries a shot and he goes way off target. What an end to the game.
One wonders if
No
QPR win
defense want to defend.
their
And
game
Aspria's shot goes way off target.
against,
Just
is it
one
Sheffield
flick
Wednesday?
from
They play?
Ryan, which
Who
has been
play?
actually
Let's have a
sensational
quick
since he
look
came
at
on
who
for,
QPR play. Is it
Watford.
tomorrow?
And Hull can breathe
Blackburn,
again.
Sheffield Wednesday,
What
and
a,
then
end to
Monday,
this game. And now
Borough
it's,
Leeds,
goal kick then for
and Southampton versus Leicester.
for
I've got a
this,
clue. It must be
Hull team also going to take this free kick and
the
now
Ipswich game
and,
that's off then.
towards the middle of the park.
That
headed out for a
would
throw in now.
suggest, I don't
To,
know,
Hull,
could be anybody.
halfway line.
But
It's one chance,
QPR have a game in
3
hand.
minutes,
They
played
could quite easily
with,
get above
Cavallo in the middle of the park.
Plymouth,
Finds,
1 point ahead of them.
Just,
If Rotherham
of
lose, then
Joel
Birmingham
into
would go
towards penalty area, goes towards goal.
under
What's the
Plymouth
chance
on
for Hull?
goal
They
difference
come back by Watford and Watford
with
get
2
one
games
ball now
left.
With Sam on the left hand side. Fantastic
And-
chance, 3 against 3, just outside the penalty area. He finds Rajovic into the middle of the park and goes down towards Sema.
And then you would have Huddersfield and Sheffield Wednesday.
Tried to put a shot on straight at the first defender and out for a goal.
Sheffield Wednesday could quite easily beat
They have
Blackburn.
enough chances to win this game, and now they try again to go through the middle.
Yeah, they've got 3 games left. If they just get a win and a draw, which they're quite capable of doing, that's 4 points to 48.
Looking for a yellow card in that game,
And then it'll be a case of last game everything.
Hull City nil, and it's the last chance now for just 4 minutes.
It's finally got Blackpool.
Free kick for Hull inside their own half. So
3.
the goalkeeper also got play the ball.
Barnsley 2.
And up towards the penalty area, towards Jones. It's headed just up in the air.
Bristol Rovers 1. Bristol Rovers 0. Peterborough 1. Burton 3.
And
Reading 2. Derby is still winning 1-0.
One back by Traore. Traore with the last chance into the middle for Hull City. Is a header that goes wide.
Oh, Portsmouth 1, Wigan 2. So we put that one up.
Like a striking out for Hull. Watford 0, Hull 0 is the end of this game, and it's been a great advert for 0-0 games. It's really good entertainment. I hear you starting to say, we'll just say goodbye from me for this game,
Let's just refresh that because that's the end of the whole game. The whole city has actually finished 0-0. So that's that one. Oh, and Luton have got one back. Would you believe it? Luton 1. Brentford 5. Can there be a fight back in the last 30 seconds? I don't think so. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. This is a last minute goal, a really important one. It's Cardiff City 2, Southampton 1. Cardiff City 2, Southampton 1. Yeah, you heard it right. And another one gone in at the last minute. Stoke 3. Plymouth 0. Stoke 3, Plymouth 0. We did have Swansea. Oh, wow. And that's actually gone, and that's finished as well at the same time. As we start getting the scores in, Stoke have now won 3-0 at the last kick of the game. Millwall are still playing. Millwall's just won 1-0 away at Sunderland. Huddersfield have now lost at home to Swansea. 99th minute, Cardiff 2, Southampton 1. What's that going to do at the top? Because that is absolutely critical. That puts Southampton down to 84 points. They can only get to 93, which is still first. It's still going up, isn't it? Portsmouth 1, Wigan 2, 97th minute. Wigan are gonna, if you excuse the pun, piss on Portsmouth's final home game. But the crowd won't mind. They are going up to the Championship. 100th minute now, Cardiff 2, Southampton 1. Southampton on 84 points. They are 5 points behind with 3 games to go. 5 points behind second place with 3 games to go. All of them on 43 games now. It does look very much like we're still going at Cardiff. Still going at Portsmouth. Yep, still good. Portsmouth's just finished. That's Portsmouth 1, Wigan 2. QPR Preston has just started. QPR Preston has just started, which is interesting because QPR, I didn't realize it was tonight. If somebody was on there saying, they play tonight. Yeah, QPR, if they win Preston now, so we've only got Southampton playing. They would, and Birmingham, they would actually be, there's 17 goal difference against Stoke City's 50. Stoke City's 16. So Stoke City would, I believe, they'd go above Stoke City because they'd have to go to minus 16 with them. It's whoever scores most. So that they're going to have the same goal difference, but it's whoever scored most goals, and I have no idea. So they'd be same as Stoke City. So Stoke City would be both be on 50. That would it's the one underneath it that's the real problem. It's Plymouth. You see, Plymouth would go down to 20th position. And if Rotherham lose, then Birmingham would go up to 48 and be on the same as Plymouth. So it would be Plymouth and Birmingham on 46. Bloody hell, hang on. If QPR win, Plymouth would be on 48. Birmingham would be, if Birmingham win, they'd be on 48. So yeah, we'd have 2 games left, and Sheffield Wednesday and Huddersfield would both be 4 points adrift of the pair of them. So 4 points adrift with 2 games left. They would literally be hoping that Plymouth and Birmingham lose both of their games. Yeah, they'd be hoping Plymouth and Birmingham lose both their games, wouldn't they? Because Keep your. Oh dear. Yeah, if they're both then win 46, 47, 48. Even if Birmingham win, yeah, they're going to be Plymouth. If Birmingham lose, then you've got Birmingham on 46 and then Plymouth on 48. Huddersfield and Sheffield would have to win both their games really to with a goal difference to knock Plymouth into the relegation zone, which is almost impossible. As Cardiff goes into the 104th minute, I'm going to have a quick look at this. This is ridiculous, isn't it? 9 minutes extra time, which is 99 minutes. They played an extra 5 minutes of the 9 minutes extra time. Stuart Armstrong is injured for Southampton. I just don't know what's happening there. We'll have to go back and we'll keep our eye on the Cardiff game, as QPR must be on the ready to go. Must be almost ready to go anyway. I can't wait for this this Cardiff game to finish. To be honest, it's going to be an interesting. Can't believe it. Has it finished yet? 105 minutes. It's just far too much hassle to be waiting that long, really, isn't it? It's 5:15, isn't it, the game? So that's another 12 minutes. So we'll not be waiting for that one. As we have Cardiff 2, Southampton 1 on 106 minutes now. Rotherham 0, Birmingham 0, 66 minutes because of the fan being taken to hospital. I don't know if he might have died by now. I haven't got a clue whether he's alive or dead. I do hope he's okay. My sincere condolences to anybody if anybody is injured, critically injured. It's a horrible thing to see someone go to a football match and them not come back. I was in Hillsborough when so many people lost their lives. So yeah, seeing all those ambulances was horrific. So even one is too much. So no, whoever it is, and of course I come from Rotherham, so if it's a Rotherham fan that's seriously being injured, then obviously I'm thinking, yeah. As the Cardiff have actually won, it's Cardiff 2, Southampton 1, and Cardiff have shattered the dreams of Southampton, and Cardiff are marching on. So we only have one game to look at now. One game to look at, and it's the Rotherham game. Rotherham started okay. Cafu was injured and had to be taken off. Another injury. That's brilliant, isn't it? As if we haven't got enough anyway. And and since then, the odds have gone from 3 and a bit to 1 to 5 to 1 for Rotherham. It's still 2 to 1 against Birmingham. So their odds have slightly gone back as Nombe tries to get in, but Bellick cuts him out and passes it to Laird. And it's a Rotherham throw-in on the halfway line. Rinamoto, and it's a goal kick to Birmingham City. Do need to do some running, I think. do a bit of running. I may even do a bit of old man's running on here, but yeah, a little. I do little lives about running. When games get put off for so long, it's really quite it's disturbing because you don't like fans to be taken out of games ill or even dead. It's just not nice. I think there was one that died once, wasn't there, in one of the games, and they actually cancelled the game in respect to the fan. I don't know. See, if it was me, I would be saying, look, I'd rather the game go on. Birmingham had a shot there, and it gathered up by Victor Johansson in the goal. I would rather the game go on, and the reason is I don't want to be seen as the guy that everybody starts complaining. Oh, why did you stop that? I know he died, but we all die at some point. You can get somebody's going to say it. Somebody's going to say it. And I say, if it was me who's just passed away and I've been taken from the Rotherham game versus, I don't know, Port Vale next year or whatever, I would be sitting there. Well, it's not them, isn't it? Rotherham versus Barnsley next year. I would be thinking, look, I've just died. I don't want people spreading my name thinking, this is the person that stopped the game. We were winning as well, and I really wanted to, we really could have won that game, but it's not fair. I want people to think of me as being, oh dear, our defense is shit, isn't it? Come on, Rev, get it out. I want people to think, no, it went ahead, and we respected not only his wishes, but we respected we did it for him. We went ahead with the game for him. We didn't win it, but hell, we had a good go. We tried to win it for like this John fella. Okay, we didn't do it, but we had a go. And that's all you can really hope for, isn't it? I mean, it's not. I don't think it's too much to think that you could carry on with the game. Not really. So, as we look at the QPR game starting in a few minutes' time, I think it's going to be starting before this one finishes. We might just see the first couple of minutes through. I think we'll see the first 5 minutes of it, and then we'll cut it short. I think what we're looking at with QPR is they're still waiting for that one. If we look at the table, QPR, I think technically when they start, they'll be on the 44 games. If they could win, which they could quite easily win, then they'll be on 50 points. Think of 44 points for Huddersfield and Sheffield Wednesday. Goal difference dreadful. You would be thinking that the maximum they can get 50 points. They can both get 50 points, and they're both capable of getting 50 points, to be quite honest. Sheffield Wednesday only played 43. So we do think about it. And the game they're playing is against Blackburn, who aren't that brilliant, although it is away from home. They could do something with that quite easily. If they get to 47 points and they're on the same games as everybody else, then it's going to be Birmingham, Huddersfield and Rotherham in relegation zone. And they're all on 44 points. There's 44 games. But it's going to be, Rotherham 24. It would be Sheffield Wednesday 47 with Huddersfield 44, Birmingham 46 at the minute. And you can see at the minute with Sheffield, if Sheffield Wednesday did win their game in midweek, they're actually equal with QPR. But QPR haven't actually started the game yet. So QPR lost. It will be 24th. We'll kick Rotherham into touch because it's the last two places. 44, it would be 44 points, 46 points, 47 points, and 47 points. So 44, 46. And with 2 games left, you've got, you'd have QPR on 47 if they lose, and Sheffield Wednesday on 47 if they win. Yeah, and you've still got Huddersfield on 44, so they could still turn it over in the last 2 games. Nothing's certain down at that end of the table. I'm trying to think what could happen to actually say, okay, they're now down. But even if QPR won and Sheffield Wednesday won, there's still 2 games left. And even if Birmingham won, 46 to 48, Birmingham on 49 would be still catchable by Huddersfield and Sheffield Wednesday. Huddersfield have got 44 games, so they've got 2 games left, so they can still get to 50. 50 is where you are sort of numerically safe, if you like, because you've got to you're pretending that Huddersfield and or Sheffield Wednesday will win both their final games. So I'm 51 is numerically out of it. Birmingham could get another 2 points, 48. Then 51, so they'd be safe next weekend. QPR could win this and get to 50 points, so they could be safe next weekend. I hate to say this, but Blackburn would have to win Wednesday to be safe. Plymouth would have to win to be safe. Stoke City would have to get a point to be safe next week. So there is a way that, and Birmingham have just scored against Rotherham. So that's going to mean I can't carry on like this because it's just far too long. And my hopes of Rotherham winning is just gone down the pan. So I'm going to call it a day. 2 hours 35 is too much for me. And I'll see you all on the next stream. Nobody went on it.